Yo, what up? It's me, Noah, also known as Young Keanu. I'm here with whatever we could find in the back, also known as Aidan.
It's really unfortunate.
I can't believe I've sat through an entire movie with you.
I can. It was great. I love the movie.
What did we see, Aidan?
We saw Daddy's Home 2.
You said you liked this movie?
Yeah.
You just were positive about it?
It was the best Christmas movie I've seen all year.
You knew you were going to have a problem.
No.
We'll get into that right after the theme song. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. It's nice to see you. How are you? I'm here still with Aidan, the Swedish Youth.
Heck yeah.
We're here to talk about Daddy's Home 2.
Yeah, we are.
I cannot believe you like this movie.
How do you not like this?
No. You're the one who has to explain yourself.
I have to explain myself?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
I'm going to explain to you this film now. What happens in it. Father and stepfather, Dusty and Brad, join forces to make Christmas perfect for their children. Their newfound partnership soon puts them at test with... I don't think I can read like simple sentences. The synopsis of the film is, father and son, Dusty and Brad, join forces to make Christmas perfect for their children. Their newfound partnership soon puts their to the...
You want me to read? We can be co-readers. Where'd you leave off? Macho Dad and Brad's gentle father arrive to turn the holidays upside down.
Father and stepfather, Dusty and Brad, join forces to make Christmas perfect for their children. Their newfound partnership soon gets put to the test when Dusty's old-school macho dad and Brad's gentle father arrive to turn the holidays upside down.
Whoa.
So just from reading that, you can already tell exactly what happens in this movie. It's that cliched, it's that played out.
But it's the kind of movie where you know what's going to happen and you can just sit through and have a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Do we need more movies like that, Aidan?
No. This movie took the premises Daddy's Home 1 and does everything that every comedy movie does and takes it to Christmas in the next movie.
I think Mel Gibson was my favorite part of the movie, mostly because he seemed to be upset and wanted nothing to do with anything that was happening, which I could totally relate to.
I tried to sit through Daddy's Home 1 and it did not go well in any way, shape, or form. I watched the first 20 minutes, I hated it. I tried to watch it another night and I fell asleep during it. I had zero expectations of actually laughing, and this actually pulled it through for me.
Okay, that's all well and good, right? Yes, on its own, it's like, it's fine, all right? There's a couple funny jokes. These, both Mark Wahlberg and Buddy the Elf are really good at comedic timing and all that sort of stuff. And all that is fine, but it's just a slog. Every single scene, you know exactly where they're going. Will Ferrell walks into a shower. I wonder what's gonna happen. He's either gonna fall down or he's gonna get sprayed by the water. That's what's gonna happen. Every single scene is just completely laid out for you. That's every scene. It's like, we can't figure out a way to make this witty or funny. Let's just hurt somebody, because people always laugh at that.
But were you really expecting a masterpiece with this movie?
No, but I'm critiquing the film we just saw on its issues, and it's the fact that it did nothing new. And it's just so painfully average. And I think that's worse than anything. It's too competent to make fun of it.
Exactly, it's competent. It's a competent comedy film.
I know, but that's, I don't know. To me, that's the worst it could possibly be. Is just fine.
Okay, I'll give it to you. There's basically a bunch of different plot points in the first movie that were put into this movie, but they did it in a slightly new way.
Yeah, how was that?
The first movie has this really bad scene where they go through an entire house with a motorcycle. It looks like the worst CGI in the entire world. Then this movie, it actually kind of improve on it.
They just have one of those...
Let me finish. This movie goes on. It's actually like good CGI. They actually made a little bit out of it rather than him just like going through a wall. He almost dies a little bit. They destroy another car. I mean, it's just, it's a dumb, fun movie.
What's the joke? Stuff breaks and he gets hurt?
Will Ferrell dies. I hate Will Ferrell. It worked.
I think it's just inherent with comedies nowadays. We don't get really like solid just comedies anymore. It's just like, yeah, no. Listen to me. It's just like horror movies now, where we have like a carbon just stamp of movies we can just churn out really easily. And horror movies and comedies both are the same thing, where they've taken elements of what actual comedy and actual horror is and distilled them into just what people think they need from it or want from it, and then they sell them based on that. It's like, well, comedies are supposed to make you laugh, so it's like every single second it's someone making some joke that's like, oh, that's outrageous, someone falling down. All of these just like, it's just a whirlwind, and there's no like character development arcs of any of the characters, and if there are, it's something in the beginning, like Mel Gibson's kind of an asshole, and then he's kind of not as much at the end.
No, he's still an asshole.
Or the one kid isn't confident in himself, and then he becomes confident at the end.
After he kisses his sister,
there's just
stepsister.
There's no arc to this. There's a start and an end, and they just draw a line right to it. It's like, see, they changed, right?
See, but that's what I really enjoyed about this film. Last film, it was kind of just like, yeah, there was jokes here and there. It was basically like the plot was leading towards jokes, but this one, it was like rapid fire jokes. And I wasn't like bored at any point in this movie where I wasn't like staring at the screen, unlike you. I kept on looking over at him in the theater, and he's just like, I went into this movie with zero expectations, and that's probably why I like was very surprised and like I really enjoyed this film.
Okay. How about we just outline how the story went, because that's another problem I have with this thing. Mel Gibson doesn't like the relationship between Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell, and he tries to split them up by taking them to a cabin. And that's the entire movie.
Yeah.
And the problem is, though, is that would make sense if that was a section of it, or there was more of a development to it. But that's it. Interspersed with a bunch of weird other things where the characters just, based on the scene, act differently. It's just repetitive. The whole movie is completely repetitive. It's the same jokes. It's the same story beats over and over. This thing is like, how long was this movie? Like an hour and a half?
Hour and 40 minutes, I believe.
It's torture. You're not going to remember this movie in like a month.
I'm going to remember.
Like 2 months, you won't remember anything.
This is a Christmas movie, and Christmas is in a month. I'm going to remember the living out of this.
You gonna ever watch this movie again?
Yes, Feliz Navidad, sir.
You should be ashamed, you know that? Not just from this, but just in general.
I'm wearing their merchandise. Do you think I have
any no wonder you like the movie.
Self-love for myself?
What has this show turned into? What have we become? So, Aidan, what would you give this out of 5 whatevers?
It is a really dumb movie, but it's a really good movie, and it's a really good Christmas movie. So I would give this 4 out of 5 John Lithgow and Will Ferrell kissing each other on the lips. How about you?
I don't even think it deserves a rating. I'm gonna give it... 1.5 out of 5 angry, sad, drunk Mel Gibsons out of 5. Because that's how I feel.
How dare you!
Well, thanks for joining us, Aidan. It's been a ride.
You know, I think you're very negative on this movie. This is like the perfect dad joke movie where it's just one big old dad joke. You know what? To really get you in the mood, let's have a dad joke off.
You're on.
Whenever the cashier at the grocery store asks my dad if he would like milk in the bag, he replies, no, just leave it in the carton.
Hey, Aidan.
Yeah, Noah?
Why did the bicycle fall over? It was too tired.
Hey, Noah.
Hey, Aidan.
How do you make a Kleenex dance?
Oh.
You put a little boogie in it.
What do you call a man with a rubber toe?
What?
Roberto.
Hey, Noah. How do you make holy water? You boil the hell out of it.
Hey, Aidan. Did you hear about the kidnapping at school?
No, I didn't.
It's okay, he woke up.
Hey, Noah.
Hey.
2 peanuts were walking down the street.
Mm-hmm.
One was assaulted.
You think that's funny? You think that's funny, Aidan? To joke about my peanut allergy like that? It's really serious. I could die. This. It's over. I'm ending the episode. Follow us on whatever. Follow us on social media. I'm done. This.
No, I'm sorry.